What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I am currently 10 weeks out from the Olympia and just gonna fill you guys in with how I'm feeling right now. Doing about 30-40 minutes of cardio each day, so each day is just getting by pretty smoothly, I would say. Not too difficult yet, just because I'm still having a fair amount of food. Currently doing more of like a carb cycle in terms of my diet. I feel like I'm eating sort of at like a maintenance, but then I'm training and doing the cardio to put myself in a deficit, and starting to feel that a little bit now. I've pretty much been on prep since 16 to 18 weeks out, where I really got serious with it, but now I'm starting to get to the point where I feel like I'm nailing my stride. I feel like my workouts are the best they have been. Pumps are super solid. I do start to feel like I'm starting to get depleted towards the end of my workouts now, just because of the amount of output that I'm doing within my training sessions. My physique is starting to mold the way that I want it to with all the training and cardio, so very happy with where I'm at. Today I do plan on training some shoulders and back. I might get a cheat meal tonight. I'm still waiting for my coach to respond. I sat and check-in not too long ago. Usually for check-ins, I kind of set up my iPhone near like a window, and then I'll put the selfie timer on for about 10 seconds, and then I would pretty much hit my mandatory poses. So I'll do my front pose, back pose, and then sometimes I'll do like a most muscular front shot and then a back double, just so my coach has an idea of like where my muscles are filling out, or where I'm getting harder, or if I'm a little too flat. Like, this is just notes for him to take down. And I think if you're competing, it's very essential to take a lot of progress photos. This way you can keep yourself accountable as well. That is a good way to gauge how your physique is, sculpting throughout the weeks. Weighing yourself as well, but I wouldn't say weigh yourself every single day, because then you can just get caught up in this mindset of like, oh dang, like my weight's fluctuating way too much. That can come from many different things, such as like being highly stressed. If your cortisol levels are super high, then you're gonna feel your body's gonna hold water because it's stressed out. Also, if you're eating like a higher carb diet, carbs hold water, so your body's just gonna be holding water as your diet goes on. So it depends on like so many variables, even like how much water you're drinking throughout the day. Are you using a lot of sodium? Get those photos in first thing in the morning, so that way you can get a actual assessment of where you are. And if you do this every morning when you do check-ins, then you have a better gauge of where you are exactly, because you don't want to do it with food in your body, because it's going to throw so many things off. I'm going to start off the workout with back, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and go into shoulders and then finish up with traps. Maybe I'll throw some abs in there, give you guys an idea on what I do for abs. I'm pretty much training abs like every other day right now, being 10 weeks out, just because I like to have a strong core. If you can build your physique from your core up, it will only benefit you. It gives me a better idea as a competitor once I get on stage what the judges are actually looking for, and I'm very excited for this prep. So this is gonna be one for the books for sure. So stay tuned with this whole entire prep series. I'm pretty dialed right now, I would say, and I'm waking up every single day motivated, just because I know I'm seeing the changes in my body. And that's one thing I advocate to people: just stick to a goal for maybe like 3 weeks. You could be a fitness or whatever goal. That's just 21 days of your time. If you can commit 21 days and see if you feel better or you look better, then I think it's just gonna motivate you to continue on with doing that. And right now I'm in that state of being right now, where I just feel like things are aligning, and I'm responding really well for the training aspect, cardio. This is definitely gonna be one of my best packages to date. So it's gonna be a good one, and I'm excited to match up against all the people. Right now I'm making my pre-training meal, my traditional cream of rice with protein powder. I have 70 grams of cream of rice, then I add about 10 ounces of water, and I'll microwave it for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. When it comes out the microwave, then I'll add the almond butter, and then I have a scoop and a half of whey protein isolate, and then stir it up. Once it's stirred up, add some salt to it. It's just like a decent amount. And the reason why I like to salt my meals is just because I feel like within my workout sessions, I sweat so much that like I'm depleting all the sodium, so I have to replenish it. So I like to use a lot of salt with my meals, especially before working out. And then I'll salt a lot of food again after my workout. Is pre-workout supposed to be this color? Mix pre-workout, a scoop of creatine, and a scoop of pump product. And this is like my pre-training cocktail. It has probably about 180 to 200 mg of caffeine. I think that's just like enough for me to get my workout in because I don't like to take too much caffeine at this point just because it gets hard for me to sleep if I take too much caffeine after, I would say like 4 p.m. Right now it's 4:19, so. About to get into this workout, I like to start off by doing a little bit of side lateral raises. The reason why I like to warm up with side lateral raises, especially for shoulders, just so I get my rotator cuff pretty warmed up. Once I get my rotator cuff warmed up, I go ahead and do some pull-ups. I either do assisted machine pull-ups or regular pull-ups, and the goal is just to get my lats activated for my back workout, and then from there I'll go ahead and get into my actual exercises. But warming up is very important just because you want to make sure you're primed for the workout. You don't want to just go in there and go berserk mode and go really heavy. You want to warm up your joints, warm up your muscles, and then from there you can slowly build up your weight and then get into the working load. But like I said, I do about 2 or 3 sets on side laterals and then 2 or 3 sets on pull-ups. I could switch up the grip doing underhand grip, overhand grip, close grip, and try to nail all the angles. But that's typically what I like to do when I start off my workout for shoulders and back. All right, we're going to our first actual compound movement. We're gonna do the barbell rows. I like to do the overhand grip. I'm gonna warm up with 135, go for about 10 reps. So when I do barbell rows, I like to think of it like kind of doing like a stiff leg like this, and I like to drive up and squeeze. You want to pull with your elbows. So you have the bar, kind of do like a stiff leg, bend your knees a little bit, and then as the weight gets to a good point where it's hanging, where you're stretching your back with the barbell, use that momentum to pick up and then squeeze at the top. Then do it again and again. So here I'm doing 185. I'm only gonna go for 5 reps. The goal is to not really fully out from this set, just to kind of prime my body for the actual exercise. So 5 reps will be more than enough because I'm trying to save most of my energy for my top working set. All right, I'm about to get into my first working set. So like I said, I'm gonna go for 8 to 10 reps, rest pause for 15-20 seconds, 8-10 reps again, strip off a quarter on each side, and then immediately go into 225 to failure. And that'll be considered 1 set. So this is my first top working set, so it's gonna be pretty intense. That was intense. Moving on to the next exercise, we're going to do a lat pull down. I'm using this mag grip. We're gonna do 2 warm-up sets, 10 reps. And then for the working sets, the sequence I'm gonna do is 15 reps with a lower weight. And then after that set, I'm gonna increase the weight by 20-30% and then go for 8 to 10. So right now I might just do a warm-up, 10 reps, just to get a feel of how this exercise feels after doing the barbell rows, and then get into the next sequence. But overall, the pump is feeling good so far. Now I'm going to increase the weight. These are the ones that count. You can stretch after you do a set like this. That was definitely heavier than I expected the second round. For the last back exercise, I went ahead and did a kind of like a cable row pull over. The goal is to get 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. I like to kind of control the motion when it's going up to get a good stretch, and then squeeze the bottom. The goal is to kind of pull towards your hip and then stretch at the top. I would definitely recommend stretching in between sets, because that way you can maximize the blood flow throughout your whole entire muscle, and it will promote more growth. Alright, going on to the next shoulder exercise, I'm going to do a single arm front raise. The goal is to keep constant tension on your delt, so you don't want to go back and forth like this. What I'll do is I'll do 4 or 5 reps on one arm and then alternate back and forth until I get about 15 reps per arm. But I'm getting to that point of prep where my workouts, I'm about 65 minutes into my workout right now, and my energy is starting to sink down. So now just try and get the most out of the workout at this point. So after finish up with some traps, I'm gonna do kind of a drop set. Do 90s, go for 10 and 12, and immediately drop to 70s, do the same thing, 10 and 12. Total of 3 working sets.